Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Unadulterated Amateurs podcast. He's Joel Norton. I'm Chuck Beeson. What up, what up?
What number it is?
I have no clue.
You're supposed to say the number.
You told me I didn't have to say the number anymore. Wow.
Piece of shit.
Is it 24?
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Of course you don't.
I lost count after 10. Yeah, you were there looking it up, and I was like, this guy.
I was making it happen.
And you're like, I was like, you don't have to do this, and then ran under the bus.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Guys, guess what? Saturday. What is Saturday? What's
June
the date?
2nd.
June 2nd. Wow. June 2nd?
July 2nd.
You want to make fun of me some more?
Yes.
Wow.
We're both idiots over here.
All right, this has gone
There are no
wrong.
adults in this room.
Yeah. So June 2nd, guys, Saturday, we will be having a live stream, and I'm not sure what kind of live stream yet. I imagine we're probably going to play some Civ or something.
Probably
Civ 6, mess
Toss
around,
a video game up there and
chat with you guys.
Absolutely.
Get to know our community a little bit better and celebrate 1,000 subs. A little delayed because we're almost at
we're a little over 11, right?
Yeah, a little over 1,100. And, we'll probably thank our Patreons and all that good stuff and just
Absolutely.
have some fun, chill with you guys. You guys get to know us a little bit. We get to know you guys a little bit. So, yeah, that'll be around.
What time you want to do it?
I guess we should have figured this out before we got in here, but that's okay. 4 or 5, I guess. And then we can do the other stuff before. That gives us a little time.
Let's make it 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, 5 p.m. Eastern time, guys.
Yes.
EST. Come join us.
Absolutely.
We will make sure we post about it too in the community section. And but yeah, it should be a fun time if everything goes well.
Yeah, we'll be doing that, and we'll probably run till about, what, 7?
Yeah, I imagine like an hour or two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Just chill with you guys for an hour or two. So yeah, feel free to jump in and chat with us, have some fun, and yeah, it should be a good time.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Have you ever done really a live stream like that?
Nope.
Really? Trying to. Yeah, I guess you haven't really, have you? I was trying to think if you did even like a Facebook Live or something at some point, but I couldn't even think you were doing that.
Nope.
It is fun.
Never done it.
It takes a second to get used to, but it is fun.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to do it, like, after we started all this stuff.
Yeah.
So this is perfect.
I can't wait to get into some game streaming.
Oh, geez.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Oh,
He's been running this one for a while.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Chuck.
You're just going to continue beating this dead horse, aren't you?
I'm going to beat the hell out of it. Yes, sir. Yeah. What have you been up to this week?
Oh, well, working on cars.
Not fun.
Working on cars.
Yes,
Working on more cars. And I went camping this weekend.
are these your cars?
No. No, my car runs great.
They're not your cars.
No.
Are you just helping your friends, or like,
Yeah. Friends, family.
are they helping you, or are you doing that for them?
I'm doing it for them. My
You are a better man than I am.
fixed my grandparents' car. I mean, that's family.
But that's family. That's understandable. Yeah.
Then my buddy Robbie, his rotor was bad, so I had to tear into the brakes again.
Wow. Chuck's friends, I hope you guys know you're spoiled.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, someone brings me their car and says, hey, Joel, I need you to fix it. I'll be like, well, here is my favorite mechanic. And that's how they show up at Chuck's house.
No, I ended up, I made him take the tire off and put it back on.
Yeah.
And he tried to have a little stubborn standoff with me. I'm like, dude, it ain't my car. I don't care.
About taking the tire off?
Yeah.
That's the easiest part.
I know. That's why he was doing it.
Oh, my gosh. And he was still stubborn about that?
Yeah.
Shame on you. Robbie?
Yeah.
Shame on you, Robbie. How dare you?
And I'm just standing there like, dude, I clock out at 4:30. You better have that tire off.
Yeah. I'm impressed, though, for real. It's generous.
Yeah. And then my aunt just towed her car out to my place so I could do brakes, rotors, and calipers all the way around.
Yeah.
And then I got another buddy coming out next Wednesday to work on his brakes.
Oh, my gosh.
And then I got to do my cousin's brakes after that. And then I think I'm done.
Yeah, I'd take a break from cars for a bit.
Not only that, but I went and did some painting on Sunday when I got home from camping.
Look at you. You've just been such a little busy bee.
I do it all, dude.
Bee.
I've been doing it all.
Yeah, I got in some swimming. I got sunburned a little bit. But mainly, actually,
I went swimming while I was camping
that's fun.
in a pond.
Face and fears, baby. I like it.
Uh-huh.
I like it. Good for you.
Took me about 10 minutes to get out there, but
Yeah.
I got out there.
Yeah. It's slow steps, man. Slow
Oh, yeah.
steps. Thursday, Friday, got a little swimming in. I'm trying to think of everything. Oh, we went. I think we all met up at a restaurant over by Sauter's Village
Okay.
and ate over there, and then it was supposed to be like the girls wanted to take me out for Father's Day, just delayed.
Yeah.
Obviously, because there was so much going on that week.
Yep.
So we ended up going out there, and then my dad and my brother and my brother's wife, my mom, they all came out too.
Awesome.
And then we got there first for my parents, and we were like, "Hey, make sure you split the check up 3 ways."
Smooth.
Yeah. And then my dad somehow snuck it in and stole the check back.
Oh, he's good.
It comes, the lady brought it all in one. And I was like, what the hell are you doing? And then my dad's like, yeah, I talked to her. I was like, wow. How dare you?
You're going to be upset about it?
I mean, not really, but
Yeah.
it was sneaky as all get out.
Yeah. Honestly, you guys should have split it 2 ways and took care of your parents.
We already did that.
Oh, okay.
I took them out for seafood.
Okay.
We spent about like $200 between 4 of us.
Jeez.
Yeah, buddy. It was delicious though. You gotta spoil them every once in a while, right? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it was good. But no, we did that. We were supposed to go to one of the local reservoirs on the way back home. Too hot for that. Ended up swinging by my uncle's, and he's got some baby puppies, German short hairs.
Yep.
Adorable. The girls was having a blast with that. And then
Yeah, he messaged me trying to see if I was coming over.
I'll try. He had a big gun shoot, right?
Yeah, this weekend coming up.
Clay pigeons and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's this weekend coming up.
No,
No,
that was Saturday.
last Saturday?
It was this Saturday.
Oh, this Saturday, yeah. But I was out of town. Ooh, this should be fun.
Who the hell's that?
That's Mike.
Oh, send it.
What up, buddy? Hello?
Oh, today's Tuesday, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And we
You
are.
are live.
Hi, Joel.
Hi, bud.
Well, this is how important this is. I decided to look up stuff for the Cowboys-Colts game.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
first of all, the first thing you said immediately made it not important. Boo, Cowboys.
So I have good information about that, but since you're doing your thing, I totally forgot about it. I'll let you get back to that. We'll talk more tomorrow.
All right, just tell me one thing. Are we going?
I would like to go, and it's a guy's trip.
Sounds like we're going. Dope.
It just comes down to monies.
Money is
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
Yeah, we could talk about that tomorrow then.
For sure. But I'll let you soak over that, during your show.
All right, buddy.
All right.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Later. That was our first call guest.
Best part is he's going to listen to this in about 2 months.
3 months. 3 months.
3? You think it's 3?
He's probably still on 8.
No, he's got up to like 18, 19.
Oh, look at him go.
Yeah, he's been flying through.
That's a diehard because I wouldn't do that. I would skip right to the latest one and then move on.
He said he
I'm that way with
listens to it when
podcasts.
he's mowing his lawn and stuff.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, you're not showing up to my uncle's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're being a
Yeah,
piece
he's
of shit.
like, I'm like, no, I'm actually out of town this weekend. He's like, another cousin getting married? I'm like,
Oh yeah, he said something about this. Yeah.
I messaged him back. I'm like, no, that was last weekend. I'm like, I got a lot of cousins.
Yeah. It was fun by there. He was loving it. The puppies, they're so cute.
Yeah.
Dude. And then Saturday, was a little bit of a rough day because that was my wife's grandfather's funeral.
Yeah.
But this man is a man after your own heart. Okay. So they had it in a church.
Okay.
Which was kind of a unique service just because it was in a church, but it was also cremation, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And but when you came in, it was kind of like a showing and funeral service in one.
Okay.
So you came in, and they had country music playing because his favorite music was old country music.
Hell yeah.
And a church, which is normally churches are a little like iffy about playing music that's not religious.
Old
music.
country's usually okay. Generally speaking.
He had Willie on.
All right.
He had Willie on. It was a dope. It's sad. It is sad, but
Well, yeah.
he lived a good life. I mean, he was in his 90s, but it was still sad. But it was like cool how his family took care of it.
And overall, funerals should be celebrations of life.
That's what he wanted.
More than.
And he was ornery too. So yeah, but they did an Amazing Grace by Willie.
Okay.
And that was a phenomenal rendition of that. I was impressed. And then on the way out, the pastor ended it and goes, "This is how he wanted to end it." And on the road again. And I was like, that is like one of the perfect ways to end a funeral service. Like,
oh, that is perfect.
yeah. But I came in, the first thing I heard though was a tear in my beer. And I was like, what is happening? But no, it cracked me up because I was like, this is how when Chuck ever goes out, this is how he was going to want his funeral. He's going to want old school country.
I expect alcohol to be on tap.
There you go, bud. That's the way you do it.
Because
that's what I think.
It should be a damn party.
I think if when I die, not to get all morbid here, guys, but I think when I die, I'm just going to legit just say, hey, cremate me, and freaking have a giant rager.
Yeah.
Big ass kegger. Have some fun.
Oh, absolutely.
That old school, like, kind of like, I don't know if your parents ever did this, but like my dad and my uncles did, like they all come over and they just sit there and talk about the glory days. No. Well, that's how I want my thing to go down.
That's fair.
Dump my ashes somewhere where I grew up in the the creek. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Dump it.
I thought one of the coolest things at a funeral I seen was my grandmother was sitting there at my great uncle's funeral, just drinking his favorite beer and then throwing it down into into his hole.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's it's kind of like the putting something in the casket in a way. Yeah. Yeah, it was unique for sure, but it was nice because then afterwards, all the family that went out to a Mexican restaurant, got some margaritas because margaritas were his favorite drink.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Yep. You should always have the person's favorite drink.
You should, for sure.
Just in their honor, rock and roll.
Yeah, agreed. So that while it was, hard, like you said, it was like a celebration of life, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
my opinion.
I mean, the grieving process is obviously going to take its toll, and you're going to have that.
Yeah, that's only natural.
Yeah. But in that moment, at least how I see it, it should be, let's have a good time because that's what they would want.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And then obviously the next day we're going to go back to finishing out our grieving process.
Yeah. Yeah. Then Sunday they went. Her family, I believe, from North Carolina, since they were up here for the funeral, they all went to the zoo.
That's awesome.
My social battery was out though, and I was like, "You care if I stay home?" She's like, "No, it's fine," because it was like really hot or something too, and walking around the zoo. So I stayed home.
Don't go around that many people that often either, anyway.
And I stayed home, and I'm not proud of what I'm about to say.
Uh-oh.
I played Fortnite. Like a damn 13-year-old kid.
I have played Fortnite one time. I was playing split screen with
when it first came out?
No.
Recently?
It was about, I don't know how long, like maybe.
It's been out since like 2015, I think.
I think it was like a maybe two ago.
But
I went over and I was hanging out with my buddy, and his son was like, "Hey, I want to play Fortnite, and I want you to play with me." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah. So
I jumped on and we played Fortnite.
Actually, that kind of seems like you would have fun with it just because it doesn't respawn.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
there's opportunities, but it's like hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was there then or not. I don't remember.
I don't know. All I know is I played it when it first came out, and I was like, no, I can't do this because the building thing.
Yeah.
You know, they came out with a no build, so now you don't have. There's 0 building. You can't build.
Oh.
You just run around. You're just.
Yeah, that's different.
It's awesome. I was in heaven.
Yeah,
I was destroying kids. Me and my buddy Mitchell. We three dubs in a row, babe. Let's go. Let's fucking
nice.
go.
We came in the top 10.
Nice.
Yeah, because I didn't
On
do
split
anything.
screen.
I just do what I do.
Run around like.
No. I camp.
I mean, yeah.
And then when it gets smaller, I find a new place to hide.
This is why I think you'd be phenomenal at Hunt if you gave it some time to get good at the aiming system and everything. Hunt Showdown because of that right there.
Because I'm a camper.
Because stalking and Hunt Showdowns, I've taken out 1v3s.
Yeah.
Like I got into a lobby with three people on teams, trios, and won because I snuck around.
Nice.
All you gotta do is cap one person and just sit there and wait. And then they get restless and they're like, okay, I think we can revive them. I think they probably moved. They pop out and you don't shoot right away. You wait, and then when they stop to revive, you take it out
just to keep the body in the same place.
You keep the body right in the same place. Then you got one other guy to worry about, and he's trying to figure out where you're at. Yeah,
and eventually he goes for his friends.
Yeah, you just pile them up.
Just pile them up.
Pile them up. That or I let them like get close to having the boss because you're hunting almost down, like dead, and then I take them out.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that way you can handle the boss.
All the heavy work. I just go in there, 2 shots to the boss, and you're like, okay, cool, banish him.
You're like, I'm gonna win.
Yep.
Oh well, no. But when I play Hunt Showdown, I just shoot you.
Yeah, we know. I wish people could see that because it was ridiculous. There was a zombie like attacking him, and he's like trying to shoot this thing and missing every shot. And I was like, hold on, I'll help you. And I run up with brass knuckles to hit the zombie. And I not only killed the zombie, but I'm getting shot at from him, Mr. Adrenaline Pump over there.
I didn't hear the hold on.
Yeah. Sure.
There's a zombie on me. I got to shoot.
But, yesterday, I was actually kind of proud of my small little town that I live in.
What'd they do?
There was a big-ass protest out by the courthouse.
Really?
Yeah. I was shocked.
Okay.
Which I was like, I love to tear into, the locals with being stuck in their ways and stuff.
Yeah.
But, it was funny. It was for the Roe v. Wade overturn, right?
Yep.
And my daughter's like, what are they doing? So I explained to him, like, what protesting was.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's good to see people out there, like, utilizing their First Amendment.
Yeah.
So she's like, what's the government? So I had to go down the whole rabbit hole.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, there's no way she remembers this, right? And so last night before bed, my wife's like, I'm curious to see what you said to her. She goes, hey, so what's protesting? And she's like, so it's when you're not really happy with what your government's doing. And I'm like, this is like 6 hours later. And I was like, look at you.
Nice.
Yeah. But I was like, man, look at my little town here. They had a big ass protest because of the George Floyd thing.
Yep.
And then now the Roe v. Wade overturn. I was like,
I'm all for any form of protesting
as long as it's peaceful.
As long as it's peaceful and you're just obviously you're exercising your rights. And I don't care.
I think a large issue of that is anarchists get involved and then they blend into the crowd and they start shit.
Yep. And I don't even care what side it's coming from, what it's about. I just like seeing it because you're showing some sort of passion towards something.
Yeah.
And as long as you're not, obviously being a jackass with it.
So you're cool. You're all for it. Doesn't matter what.
Yeah.
So like kill all people and they're out there.
As long as they're not shooting anybody.
Piece of shit. I knew it. How dare you, dude?
Wow.
You like how I twisted immediately?
Hey, but I feel like that one would be a violent protest.
Yeah, that's yeah, you're right. You're right. You're welcome.
Thanks.
Yeah. You're like,
rude.
You're like, where's he gonna go with this? Yeah, you made it very broad. Very broad statement. I don't care what it is.
Yeah, yeah. You would just keep it going too.
I could go into some other stuff, but I'll be nice to Chuck. I'll be nice to him, so we don't get ourselves in trouble.
That's a first.
Got to do it sometimes,
I understand. I understand.
But yeah, no, it was That's the last place I expected there to be.
Yeah.
You know, like some of
in these
those
small
bigger
towns
cities.
out here?
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, because you got a lot of the, obviously in small towns, you got a lot of the more country folk who
They've been stuck in their ways for God knows how long.
they're stuck in their ways, or they just kind of don't care in a weird way.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I'm just going to mind my own business. It doesn't affect me, so I ain't worried about it.
Yeah. Yeah, or they have a complete opposite of view on it.
Yeah. Yeah, where?
No, I've ran into people that support Russia
What? Huh?
in the Ukraine thing. And I was like, what the fuck? Huh?
I haven't at all.
Yeah. And I was like, okie dokie. Don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah. That's,
Thankfully, nobody I knew personally.
yeah.
So that was good.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like, I don't even know how you get on that side.
me neither. I don't understand.
Don't even ask me. I don't know.
I kind of want to talk to him about
Just
it and
like,
figure out why.
why?
Like, how does this work?
I asked him, and he's like, well, Ukraine's the most corrupt country in the blah, blah, blah. And I was like, first of all, almost all governments have a
yeah.
percentage of corruption in them.
Absolutely.
Like, it's unfortunate, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
There's
ridiculous.
corruption everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just what level, and then
It should.
you're diving into.
I mean, like, if you're talking
It's
corruption,
politics.
If you're talking corruption, maybe like, oh, somebody was a dictator or a fascist,
Yep.
right? That's a whole different ball game. But like, if you just being there and you have some corruption going on, that's kind of ridiculous.
People in
would give you
Russia were being arrested for protesting.
they if anything's got a dictatorship.
Like,
that's
hold
ridiculous.
on. And you're all for that?
Yeah,
You're okay with people being arrested for protesting?
yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah. Actually, knowing people around here, yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And that's just the start of it.
Why don't
Like,
you just go to work? And then I'm like, so you just want the whole country to go to shit? Like, and then like what, you're just gonna work through it? You know what I mean? Like, what? Yeah, eventually there's a line that's gonna be crossed that you're gonna have to do something.
That's another thing I love is when they go after and they're like, these people don't have jobs that are out here protesting all the time. And it's
Yeah.
like, some people work second shift, third shift.
Yep.
If you're on second or third, you could protest in the morning.
Or like when we were going to join that protest,
Yeah.
but it was it was hot that day.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we were going to join that protest for the George Floyd thing, oh my God, I just lost my complete train of thought.
We were going to go after work.
Yeah, we were going to go after work. Yeah. So it's like a whole ridiculous
Yep.
statement. And the locals love to get into that.
Yeah, they do. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. Stresses me out, guys. See this right here? I say it's Chuck, but really it's the locals. Locals are stressing me out.
This is still Joel.
Yeah, that's still me. Chuck's pretty easy going. I know where to hit the points.
Oh, dude. Twitch game gets strong.
But no, yeah, I was proud of my daughter for remembering that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a lot. That's a lot to going on. But
Oh,
yeah.
Especially when you're bringing up what the government is and everything else
Trying to
that's going with
explain,
that. Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't go into what they were protesting just because
Yeah.
she's like 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't need to go into that. But personally, me and you, I think, are both on the same thing. Just it should be up to the women. Let them decide what the hell's going on with it.
Yeah.
Because we're men, we're clueless.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I know, like, what I do know about this whole Roe v. Wade overturning thing, it's basically the government's cop out.
They're putting it to
The
state.
national government's cop out. They're just like, we don't have nothing to do with this no more. States figure it out.
Essentially, yeah.
Which, that's where I'm like on the fence with, like, because certain states are going to do what's right for, or what they think is right for that state.
Yeah.
And other states are going to do what's right for what they think for that state. And you're going to have people upset either way.
Yeah. It's a weird thing.
Yeah. And I know there was a lot of things that, like,
Well, I think
certain states had trigger points in there
yeah.
for if this happened, it was immediate.
Yeah.
And that's wild to me.
Yeah, that is wild. I think the issue why it's being so people are so upset about it though.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, guys. If you're listening, you have a better point. Explain it. Drop that in the comments.
Yeah.
From my understanding, though, not only is a cop out, but instead of just saying, "Hey, it's a human right, deal with it,"
Right.
they're like, oh, you guys can figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, and then it leads more, and the people that really get hurt from it are people in like low income areas.
Yeah.
So like that don't have a whole lot of choices and stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's what sucks. And
Well, my big
unfortunately,
thing
it's a lot
about
of
it
people of
too
color too.
is if you like, I don't feel like you can make it completely illegal even if you really fully wanted to, because there's the situations where
It's gonna happen regardless.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's also the situations where mom goes into the hospital and if they don't do it, the mom dies too.
Oh yeah, the medical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see how you can outlaw that.
Yeah. Like I said, and it's one of those. Then they have to go to a different state, and it's a whole freaking
And
process.
that's a problem.
Yeah. So yeah, and I think, and the people that are against it, I think I've talked to you about this before. And I'm
Yeah.
like, the people that are like hardcore against it, I feel like instead of just being against it and then wiping your hands clean of it, George Carlin has a joke about this. He's like, you know, well, it's targeted towards conservatives. So if you're conservative, hey, sorry, but it's not my joke. But he was like, they love the fetus, but as soon as you're born, fuck you. Pull up your bootstraps. We don't give a fuck about you. I was like, ain't that the truth? Yeah. Yeah. So
Walk it off.
So yeah,
my favorite line.
Yeah. So it's like one of those scenarios. Like instead of just saying no, this is bad, we don't need to do this. Like come up with a help the problem with like children that are in the foster care, which is a shit show.
Yeah.
And people that are on the street, kids that are on the streets.
I think the foster care system and the adoption system is definitely a big part of the problem too.
Oh yeah.
Because like there's so many kids.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna
that don't have homes.
I'm not gonna act like I know the caveats of all that
Right.
that whole thing, but
Same.
I do know that it's a shit show, and people that I've talked to that have adopted are like, what? And you know, there's definitely been some examples where like people are just adopting kids for like tax money and stuff like that, which is horrifying. And so like I feel like if you're going to be against it, you need to not only be against it, then you need to work to better the people's lives that are alive and that are suffering.
Should.
Yeah. So it's a interesting subject, but yeah. We've jumped around a lot today. Fortnite, Roe v. Wade,
We've been everywhere.
vehicles,
Camping. Swimming.
which I'm still proud of you, by the way, for that.
Yeah.
Good job, bud. Good job.
It was at first.
Was it scary?
At first.
Yeah.
And then I was okay for a while. And then I went out too far.
And you got a little panicked?
And the second I realized I couldn't stand up here,
Yeah.
it became an issue.
Yeah.
And I was done for a while.
And without going into detail, my boy here's got PTSD to the water.
Yeah.
So it is a big step. That's awesome. Yeah, I got burnt the hell up, dude. Like bad. Like
You got a big burn?
Oh yeah, my head's on fire, and
I actually used sunscreen.
good job.
Just on my head, but
my dude, I'm such an idiot. Since I'm like going on vacation, I'm like, I don't want to be the palest person on the beach. When we went on my honeymoon, oh my God, I can't believe it was almost 10 years ago.
oh my god, has it really?
Oh, pretty damn close. It's I think we're a little past 8 years.
Wow.
No, it'll be 8 years in July.
Wow.
Yeah. So 8 years ago, we went to the Bahamas for our honeymoon. Got a nice little deal on it. And I was the palest person on that beach. Like I was glowing white. It was bad. So
That's gold.
I was like, no, not this time. So normally I always wear sunblock because I burn immediately.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're only gonna be here for an hour or two. I'm not.
Dude.
And guess what? I'm fried.
Dude, you're out on the islands.
But
Like
guess-
you can't.
Guess what, guys? I won't be glowing white. That's I don't.
You should still wear sunscreen.
Oh, I'm going to there.
Okay, good. That a boy.
That's why I was trying to get a tan here.
Gotcha.
Suffer a little bit. Go there. It's a whole thing.
I got my nice little tan going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You do have a good tan going on, bud.
I even got the head little tan.
You do. Look at this guy. I didn't know you liked tanning beds.
Yeah, I use a tanning bed. Has nothing to do with being outside all the time.
Have you ever done that?
No.
Not once.
No.
Damn. Me either.
I mean, I'm not against it. I'm not opposed. Yeah, you have. I could tell by that face.
No, it was because it was like when I was first started at my current job. So it was almost 10. No, that was over 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
Dear God.
I was going to say, because...
It was 10 years ago.
Shoot, I think I started there 9 years ago.
10 years in June.
Yeah.
And it was around. So it was probably 8 years ago. I got a Planet Fitness with somebody that was there, like a membership.
Yeah.
And then I found out that I had free tanning. And he's like, who cares? Let's just do it. I was like, all right. So I tanned like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
The last time I fried myself. No, I never did again.
Honestly, I could see how it could be super peaceful and relaxing.
Yeah, you just pop in like a headphones.
Pop in say your earbuds or something and just play music and just relax for, what is it, 10 minutes? 15 minutes?
Yeah, it's real short. It wasn't as...
I'm going to listen to like 3-4 songs.
But that was back when I cared more with the local stuff. Bring it back around, baby. Let's go. They're like, you go in a tanning bed? You aren't country.
And we're right back to being in a small town.
Yep.
I think I found the main thing that we talk about. Small town Ohio, baby.
Yeah. Yep. What the hell was I going to tell you about? Oh, you said you watched some of The Boys.
Yes, I am fully caught up.
You're fully caught up? 6 episodes, right?
Yes.
I wonder when they're going to end this. Like, how many episodes in?
I don't remember. How long are the other seasons?
I don't remember. Probably 10 episodes?
I think so.
So maybe we got a few
Sounds
more.
about right, yeah.
This last episode was fucked up. Herogasm?
Yeah, it was. Woo! My good, that is not suitable
When they
for children.
said they said their people came back and said this is not suitable for any audience.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God.
There's a disclaimer at the beginning of it that's like, hey, guess what? This is not suitable for some audience. Really most.
Yeah.
Well, really all.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
okay. And that built it up a bit for me. So I was expecting some
I
super.
was expecting way worse. And it ended up being like, okay, this is, I mean, it's fucked up, but it's not as fucked up as I imagined they were.
And then my one buddy, he watched, because I just finished it yesterday, I think.
Yep,
yeah,
me
yesterday. Too. So my one buddy, Mike, the guy that called me earlier, he has this, like, the one scene in it.
Oh, boy. Which one?
Fight scene.
Okay, yeah.
The one fight scene,
which is awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It was epic.
But he had it hyped up all the way up here.
I mean, it is pretty hypeable.
I think it was here.
Yeah, it was just impressive that they managed to get that good against a guy that was basically Superman.
Yeah, so it was up here, but he had me thinking it was going to be up here.
Yeah,
and I'm like, well,
it was all right.
It was good.
Yeah,
like it was actually a really great scene.
It was,
but it didn't blow me away, and I blame him.
Well, good job, Mike.
Yeah,
3 months from now, Mike. Yeah, I'm impressed with the show, man. I mean, they go
so far.
They
live right on the edge of everything.
Yeah, legitly, guys, if you're thinking about watching The Boys, here, I'll give you a rundown. Imagine Marvel, but extremely, extremely twisted and dark. And
in a capitalistic society.
Yeah. It gets America down to a T.
Yeah.
Freaking, what's that one dude? The guy that was kind of like, I can't really do anything without spoilers. But yeah, he was like, do your research. And I'm like, oh my God. He's like, it was just.
What was the.
It was a small town thing.
What was the one, what is it, Blue Falcon or something like that?
That's the guy I'm talking about, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when he's like apologizing because he was like, so he's a superhero. I'm not going to ruin too much here, but this guy's a superhero, and conveniently
he focuses on
black communities.
Yep.
Right.
Deep inner city black communities.
Yeah, and he's like, they're breaking the law.
Yeah.
It was like one of those things, and then when they gets confronted about it, he's like, well, maybe do your research.
Yeah.
They commit most of the murder. It was some wild racist shit.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's satirical in that way. That show is, and that's the best part about it. Like, they take shots, man.
I did love the last scene that we saw him in. Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Woo! Yep. So if you guys can handle a very, very, I mean, I can't emphasize this, is a very dark show.
That's actually super bright.
Are my favorite. It weirdly is.
The lights are bright.
The lighting is bright. My favorite is if you hate superheroes. that is the person that should
Oh,
watch
you're
this.
gonna hate this shit.
No.
You're gonna hate these characters.
Yes, but you're gonna love it because it's so different.
Yes.
Most people I've met that are like superheroes, it's because everything's so repetitive.
Well, yeah, and I know one guy, he refuses to watch The Boys.
Yeah.
Because he knows it's about some sort of superheroes.
Oh, just give it a
And
chance.
he's so tired of superheroes.
Just give it a
Because
chance.
superheroes is everything in cinema.
This is complete opposite of any superhero thing you've seen,
Yeah,
and it goes hard. I mean,
absolutely.
they go after real world problems and mix it into the confusion of like having a business that runs superheroes.
Yeah. And at times, they make fun of themselves.
Yeah.
They make fun of everything. What is his name? Mark Urban? Carl Urban or something? I don't remember. The guy that plays Butch.
Oh, yeah. Carl
Urban.
Is it Carl Urban? Yeah.
I think so. He
was in Pathfinder. I know that. Yeah.
okay. He's one of like the producers or something of the show too.
No shit.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite characters.
I just noticed that because I finally watched the end credits to this.
With every episode, I get more disappointed in him, yet he remains one of my favorite characters. Can you explain that?
No. Well, yes. Because the character development behind Butch is nuts. Of course, same with Huey.
Yeah. Yeah. Huey, man, he's disappointed me too.
I feel so bad for Mother's Milk. Feel so bad for that guy.
How do you feel about Soldier Boy?
He's got issues.
He does. I weirdly like him way better. I think it's because of your scene.
I like him. I don't like,
A lot of
I guess,
stuff.
kind of his alter ego.
The stuff that comes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like parts of him you're like, oh, I like it. And then some you're like, okay, that's wild.
Yeah. Just like,
But I think I like him as an actor too.
Yeah.
That dude.
Oh, yeah.
He's in some stuff.
I really like Starlight. That character,
Yeah.
phenomenal character.
That was a mic drop at the end of that.
Oh, 100. That was
Dumb as shit, but a mic drop.
my favorite scene.
I was so stressed out. Me and my wife went to a 15-minute conversation about how this is a bad idea and what she just did, but it was the right thing to do.
Yeah. But notice,
You see what Scott's doing?
and this is the biggest
Talking
kicker.
morals.
Notice she did not mention the senator lady.
Yeah.
That's the one person she didn't mention in that.
Well, there's a lot of people that she can mention.
Yeah.
She does have pictures of the deep too,
Yeah.
doing some stuff.
Did you see that coming? I hope so. We all saw that coming.
I didn't originally.
Really?
I was like, what did he see when he walked into the room? And then as soon as I came in the room and he was talking, I was like, dear God, no. And then the disclaimer, and it all connected.
Yeah.
It was in the disclaimer. Moving on, though.
He's tired of this. There's so much to dive into. It's so good.
Just in case people haven't watched The Boys and they're
That's
like,
fair, yeah.
Hey, guys.
But no, definitely check it out. Didn't want to. I think we avoided spoilers there too.
We did do a good job avoiding spoilers, but there's like a 50-50 chance. There's people like, okay, this sounds mildly interesting. The other half are like, shut up and say something funny, guys. And we're out of funny, but I did get a cool. Sorry, that was a little loud. So, I love Kickstarter, and this is not a sponsorship or anything like that. I personally love it. I know you get suckered into it sometimes too, but we've utilized it a few times for our publishing company stuff.
Yep.
And it is wonderful. Like, it basically allows you to, for us, it allowed our community to buy signed books, and then it helps fund another project. So like businesses with small money, unfortunately, I think a lot of corporations are jumping in on it, but you can avoid that. It's all about what you're willing to back. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of creatives on there that are like, you know, they have a cool idea and they want to bring it to life, and you can do that by backing and getting a product. Well, one of our friends, Richard A. Knaak, he actually did a story for us in Hunters and Hunted.
Yep.
Fairy Trail. And he did a Kickstarter not too long ago, and I'll make sure I drop that link in the description if you're curious about Richard A. Knaak. He is the author of Legend of Huma.
Favorite book right there.
Yeah, that you love that.
That
one.
is my favorite solo book.
Yeah,
Well,
that blew my mind because you were
book.
so picky when it comes to fantasy.
Yeah, that book is phenomenal.
I remember asking you about it because I was expecting you to give it like a 3 out of 5, and that was like your only 5-star book that you've given it.
Yeah.
you've given.
Yep.
Over King and stuff.
Yeah.
And I know you love King.
I do love King.
Yeah.
But that book, just the way, I guess the character development in it, and
Oh, yeah.
then you got
What's not to love?
all the awesome details that are tossed in with it, and then the storyline itself.
Yes.
And it almost got to a point where you almost don't fully see what's coming,
Yeah, yeah.
which is the interesting part.
And it's like it's an adventure, but at the same time, it's epic battles. And yeah, if you guys haven't read Legend of Huma, you need to go check that out for sure.
Yes.
And then his other content is phenomenal as well. I mean, he's got he's got so many freaking so many books. I actually, they're in the beginning here. I think I saw. So he's got the Black Saint series, Black City Saint series. That's newer. Rex Draconis, which is kind of his head nod to Dragonlance, kind of, but it's still his own creation. Dragon Realm, he's been doing as long as Dragonlance. Diablo, he did Warcraft. And just in Dragonlance, he has look at that, a good
lot.
Over 10 books. Did a little bit of Conan.
Yeah.
Dude's phenomenal. And but yeah, Rogues Gallery is I grabbed that on Kickstarter, and like I said, I'll leave his link down below if you're curious. You can follow him when he does another Kickstarter. But I was pretty excited about this one. It's an alternate 1930s beset by rogues. I don't fully know what I'm getting myself into, and I'm just going to dive in. I'm going to love it.
That a boy.
I'm pretty excited about it. I try not to read too much into it. Hey,
Joel Norton's name.
I'm in the acknowledgments. See, that is a cool perk to Kickstarter.
Yeah.
When they do it right, they do it right, and that's we did that as well with our stuff. The acknowledgement thing is a cool feature for sure to see your own name in someone else's book like that. But yeah, guys, it's I was pretty excited about that. Just got the mail today.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
I was wondering what you were opening when we were getting ready to start this.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, what is this?
Joel's got a new toy.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's I was pretty excited about that. Chuckles, I think it's time to wrap this up, my friend.
Sounds like a plan.
We love you guys. And remember, Saturday, 5 p.m.
July
Eastern time.
1st. I said it right. 2nd. Damn
Jesus Christ, Chuck. They're all confused now.
All right. Saturday, July 2nd at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes. Not June 2nd.
Not July 1st.
July 1st.
July 2nd.
We're definitely going to do a written post covering this.
Yes.
Because we'll just be safe.
Maybe we could film another announcement for it too.
We probably could do that. Yeah. But until next time, guys. I guess you could do the outro. You're the better outro guy than I am. I can hit the button for you here.
Go for it. All righty, everybody. That's it for another episode of the Unadulterated Amateurs Podcast. I've been Chuck Beeson. That's been the amazing Joel Norton. Peace out.
Peace.